Hey everyone, this is Jana. I just wanted to show you guys really quick how to enter a recipe on MyFitnessPal. It's a really useful tool. Should not take very long to enter in. So kind of the reason why I'm doing this video, so that maybe this becomes a little more efficient for you guys. So what we do is I always say I like to go to use your browser and go to MyFitnessPal. I think this is a lot easier done through a browser than on your phone on an app. So you log in MyFitnessPal. It'll bring you to this home screen. You click on food right here, and then you go to recipes. And you can do one of two things. You can import a recipe or you can enter a new recipe. All of mine I've ever done are enter new recipes, and that's typically because they're unique to me. They're recipes that I do. My chocolate chip cookies, my tortilla soup. Looks like I did do a Skinny Taste turkey chili, which she would have provided. I must have modified it. I always modify everything. I feel like I always either use a leaner turkey or more turkey. But as you can see, there's not a ton in here. And there's probably only 4 or 5 that I use, and I've been doing this for 2 years now. I've been counting macros for 2 years. So maybe it depends on how you eat, but it should be just recipes that just have a lot of things layered in there, whether it's casserole or lasagna or a soup or something like that. You can import. If you do that, just make sure that whatever you track, the way you weigh it or enter it in for your log is the way that they've provided the servings that they've provided, the way that they have to calculate that. So you just want to make sure that's consistent. But you go over here to enter new recipe and you give it a title and you just start adding ingredients and you enter in cream of chicken. And if it's Campbell's or Publix, just do the best you can. Enter everything. Spices obviously don't really matter, but make sure you enter everything. And then you'll say how many people does it serve. And this is the part where it gets really tricky. We're not going to say, oh, this serves 8 to 10 people. What we're going to do is we are going to weigh the entire dish out in grams. And the reason we do this is because we want to figure out what are the macronutrients per gram. And what this does is it makes it really flexible for you. So that maybe you make a pot of chili and one day you eat 250 grams and the next day you eat 321 grams. So this gives you a lot of flexibility to be able to weigh your food and get the accurate, it does all the math for you, get the accurate amount. So you enter in, I'm going to go over here to my recipes and just show you what I've already done. And I think that the turkey chili is a good one. So you enter in all of your ingredients and you'll notice in here that I have 2 cups of water. That is significant because water weighs something. You can't do 2 cups of water one day and 4 cups another day. That's going to change the value of the macronutrient or the gram of those macros. So you want to make sure that you stay consistent with everything that you put in there. And so then I weigh it. So then I take my whole pot of chili, I take my mixing bowl and I put it on my scale and I tear it out to 0. And then I scoop every last ounce of chili into the bowl and I weigh it. So you can see here that it weighed 2,895 grams. That is the amount that I put in servings where I showed you on the previous screen. Your serving size is going to be the grams. Just think of it that way. How many grams does this whole thing weigh? We're trying to figure out the nutrients per gram. So when it asks you how many people it serves or what's the servings, just weigh out the whole dish. I have one that's like 5,000. Kind of depends on what it is. And so the calories per serving, 1. It's going to look really funny. It's going to look like it has practically no macronutrients in there. Oh, did I do it right? It's not pulling anything up. And the answer is yes, because what we're doing is looking at the macronutrient per gram. And so then all we do is we go in and enter it. So I'm going to go into my food diary. You can do this through your app, but I think it is a lot easier to do through your app. But if you want to do it through your computer, you just go under food into food diary, and we're going to add food. You can see I already put it in there from before. Let me just remove that. So So I'm going to add a food, and I'm going to click over here on recipes, and I'm going to go to my turkey chili. We're going to check this. 1 serving. That's not going to change. You can't change that. Just 1 serving. 1 serving is 1 gram. Remember, as we weighed the whole thing, 1 serving is 1 gram. So how many grams did I eat? Well, today I add 323 grams of chili. Then I'm going to add the checked. So I had 323 servings, or 323 grams, and that gave me 24 carbs, 2 fats, and 30 proteins. So now it's logged in there, and it's in there forever. You only enter it once. You only have to go through this process once. I highly suggest doing this for recipes that you eat often. But if it's a one-off recipe, unless it's just something you're craving, I don't see the need to. But, you know, unless, you know, you're dead set on making it and you want to make sure that you have your macros correct, I can understand that. But this tool for me is really just meant for recipes that kind of are in my back pocket that I pull out once or twice a week, or, you know, things that are unique to me that I will always make. So they're always in there. The other thing I can do through my app is share it, just like you would kind of a text or something. You'll see a share button, and I can text it to my husband, and it automatically dumps into his MyFitnessPal, and he just adjusts the servings for what he eats. So that makes it super easy. I do think we've done a post on that before, so if you're confused on that, look up that post. But hopefully this is really helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. But hopefully this will help you guys out a little bit more, and you can reference this as you need to. All right, thanks guys.